Hello, I'd like to show you the Cat Lover's Journal. She is 6¼ wide by about 9 inches in length, and her spine is 1¾ She has 3 signatures. They're sewn in with hemp, green hemp. It goes really nice with the theme of the book. Got a nature and cat theme. Show you this side too. Forgot to measure this, didn't I? Yeah, maybe because I'm a little embarrassed. I tried not to make this one so chunky, but 3½. I think what I need to do is probably put less papers in each signature, since I like to dress them up so much. And that way the journal won't come out quite so thick. On the front I've got a cover of vintage music paper, some doily here, a little charm and a key, and a vintage button. It just begged to be on here. I don't have very many of these ones. They have huge holes in them. I'd like to research what kind they are, but anyways, I really like them. Some bling on here. This is from a greeting card, and I don't remember where I got this from. Probably from my mom. It was in my stash. And there's fabric on the inside for the spine to help reinforce it. Tea-dyed magazine picture. And this is tea-dyed as well. I did this with a plastic doily that I have. Envelope, some lace sewn on, or glued on, pardon me, and a little journaling card inside. And as always, most of my tags are blank on the back to give extra writing space. And this journal has, I think, 5 Graphics Fairy pictures in it. And can you blame me? I mean, take a look. Sweet picture. And she goes so perfect on this page. And then what I did is I just tea-dyed the paper that I placed her on. Husband got me a printer, so now I'm able to print out some things in color. Although my cats are very curious about the printer. One's scared of it and one wants to get up real close to it. I made this little journal card out of journal booklet out of a greeting card and put some coffee dyed paper in it. This is coffee that I had sprayed onto just regular coffee paper. This is a vintage stationery card. Lots of writing space. Ledger paper, washi tape. Oh, this is one of the few spots where I didn't cave in and tuck something there, so it might be the only empty one in the whole book. Yeah, I left one. This is magazine picture glued onto cardstock with some tea-dyed paper on the back. This is the cat that's scared of my printer, and she's sitting in a chair that I rarely ever sit in because they sit in it more than I do. And she usually is there in the afternoon and in the morning. At night, the older cat goes to sleep on this chair, but by morning she's usually on it, so I'm not sure what happens during the night. But it was put a button on there and some fabric and some lace. It all goes with this, and put it onto tea-dyed paper to make it a little extra sturdier for writing on. This is some fabric here, fabric tape I glued on. This is made with calendar page that's been tea-dyed and sewn to create a pocket. And in the pocket I have made a little journaling fold out spot, little tucks in here. You can pull this out too. And here is a great place to do some planning, whether it's your creative space you want to reorganize or a little garden bed. And there's lots of writing here. This picture here is from a children's garden book that I got for 10 cents, and I had got it to read to my grandson. It was a boring book, but the pictures are beautiful. Yes. Lovely artwork, but a boring book. And this is from a book called Cat Postcards, and I just used several of them for this journal and glued them onto tea-dyed paper. Beautiful pictures in that book. Just a simple little paperback. This is a greeting card. Oh, I forgot to mention, here's one of the butterflies that I painted. I think this is a scanned one. See, with my printer makes it look like it's the real thing. Like I have trouble telling the difference. This is a greeting card. Lots of writing space in this. That one hasn't been dyed. Journaling space here. Washi tape on there. This one I know is a copy. It's not the original because I've decided to keep the original. But the printer just prints it out so it looks like the real thing. I sewed it onto some tea-dyed paper. There's one of my stickers there from a sketch that I did, and I used, I think, watercolor pencils to color that in. But it's from a picture that I took from a demonstration garden, which this reminds me of. Expect a cat to come out of here in any moment. But I thought this went nice with this. I think this might be the only page that doesn't have a cat on it. There's one there. This is a journaling card with a button and some fabric sewn onto it. And this is from an old Christmas card. Colors I thought go lovely in here. Here's a pocket made from some vintage lace. There's a journaling card there. And here's another graphics fairy picture, which I thought is darling. 3 little kittens. Dog looks a little bit jealous. I love dogs too. I'm finding cats easier to have. Although grooming long-haired cats, I have to say, whoa, it's not always easy. They like it as long as there's no knots, and if I don't notice a knot ahead of time and accidentally tug on it, then I gotta watch out for those sharp claws. I put some vintage lace on here and inside here. I don't remember what's in here, so let's just take a peek. A couple of things. There's the little girl here with her cat and her doll. Lots of journaling space there. And 3 cats on the fence. This is from a magazine. And there's a little card in here for journaling on as well. Oh, and it has a cat. My husband made me laugh the other day because my shy cat has decided that his lap is a safe lap to sit on too. Took her, how long have I had her? Took her almost 2 years to decide that. So then he sent me a message and said, we need more. And I thought he meant, because I was looking at the message before, we needed some more of the wraps that he'd gotten for dinner. And I said, oh, we have enough. And then I realized when he sent me a picture of a cowboy on a horse lassoing, well, trying to lasso one of the cats. There was hundreds of cats in the field, and I realized, oh, he means he wants more cats. Yeah, don't tempt me. This is vintage lace here, and this is from a reading card set that I got from the thrift store. And this picture is from an old address book. This is from a quirky book about cats. It's called Cat Posters. So I had a book, cat postcards, and this one was cat posters. And on the back is coffee dyed for writing on. There's a mother of pearl button there. Oh, and here's my shy cat. She gets the funniest little expressions, and she leaves her mouth open just a little bit when she's feeling comfortable, and you can see the little pink mouth. Tuck spot here. Greeting card. This is from a magazine. And this is from a little book, booklet. I guess it was like a day book or sort of a calendar book. So there's a few pictures in here from that. And I tea-dyed them too. Magazine. This is from the cat poster book. And here we've got, didn't want to not be able to see both pictures. And then that way too, you have a choice. You can put this one showing or the other picture. Some wild cats. Little girl playing house with her cat. Yeah, over my daughter trying to dress one of our cats. Not the ones we have now, but when she was little. And that cat followed her everywhere. Even though she was the one that, you know, cats, who would want to be carried around and dressed in things, but that cat still loved my daughter. And this is from the cat poster book. And this is from, I think, a gardening book. There's a cat sleeping there. And in here, I think this is a graphics fairy picture. Journaling space in the back. And the other part of that calendar page. Here's a little tuck spot. Writing space here, here, and in here. And this is stationery that I also got from the thrift store. And I tea-dyed it. Looks like it's from probably the 80s. And this is a vintage card turned into a little journal booklet with some hand-dyed paper in it. And I'm wondering if that's how much it was cost. Remember, they used to stick the prices of cards on the back. Made in Canada. Adorable little cat. And an old button. Here's another picture of a cat from the postcard book. It's really cold here on Vancouver Island this week. We might get some snow in a few days. We usually get 1 or 2 snowfalls, but most of the time we just get rain in the winter, and the snow stays up in the hills. Nice old button there. Well, I hope if we do get snow, maybe it would come before my grandson comes so that we can make a snowman together. That's a stamp. Oh, dream. Here's a picture of my 2 cats sleeping beside each other. They don't do that as much anymore. Mom, she always was a very independent spirit. She was not a super cuddly cat, but she loves to be pet when she wants to be petted, and she likes to sit close by, but not on your lap. This one's a lap cat, and she's like, oh, why did you have to keep this one? Because that's her daughter. And I kept her because she was the one that I bonded the most strongly with. And I also wanted to make sure, because she's a sensitive cat, I call her an HSP, highly sensitive pussycat. I don't want her to, any chance of her being somewhere where it's a, you know, busy, loud household, because she's definitely sensitive. The only thing busy and loud about our house is me. And she seems to be able to be okay with that. Yeah. I sing aloud when I'm home alone. Oh, this was cute. I think that was from a magazine. Do you sing when you're home alone? Could write a little quote on there. Like I said, it's hard for me to walk past a pocket. And it's a postcard. Cat lady. That you could easily cover that up if this is not for a lady, or the person doesn't really want to be thought of as a cat lady. And that's from my greeting card set as well. One of my cats just jumped up on the desk here, but she looks like she's not gonna come over this way. Two little tags that have space on the back for writing. And the cat that just jumped up on the desk is this one. And this is a picture I took because she was cuddling the teddy bears that my husband had got me. And this quilt my mother made, and this pillow here, this embroidery, was what my grandmother had done. And the colors in this go with the colors in that, which goes with that, and she goes too. Brad, and a little flower there. Oh, here she is. Hi, honey. Yes, you're very special. And there are some charms here. And I forgot to mention the charms in this one. Little heart, a key. This was from magazines, advertising. Interesting dyed paper on the back. Some flat back pearls. And this is blank journaling card from the thrift store. Looks like it was made for animal welfare fundraising. And I think this one might be too, not sure. We have these on our island. I think Vancouver Island is the capital, world capital for cougars. I've only seen one, and it was at our previous home. I was driving on the way home, and oh my goodness, they are long. They're long, and they're low to the ground, and they can move like lightning. There's a little button there, some lace. And they have been spotted in this neighborhood here. Sometimes there's a warning that they're out and about. I think of them when I go through this local park, because there's a creek that runs through the park, in the forest part, and you know, that would be a good place to come and get a drink of water for them, right? So I stay alert, but they see us probably way more than we see them. Cat there. I'd love to get a picture of one from a distance, because I have a good zoom on my camera, thanks to my husband. Yeah, if he thinks, he really believes in art, and he really believes in creativity, and if he thinks I need something, I don't even have to hint for it. If he just notices that I need something that helps me with being creative, he will do it. And I'm the same way with him. He's restoring a Toyota, is it a 4Runner? It's terrible, I don't even know. Anyways, I love Toyotas, and so if, you know, he needs to get things for it, I don't hesitate, because to me that's the thing he does for his self-care is downtime. Yeah, filling up his spoon jar. Coffee dyed with that stencil I was saying, with that plastic doily that I have. That thing it's ugly, but for some reason, because it was definitely vintage, I couldn't get rid of it, and now I'm using it all the time for doing this. So glad I didn't get rid of it. I mean, it didn't take up much space, just like almost like just a piece of paper. And there's also a picture from that cat book, and this one too, and that children's book that boring. I love children's book. I have quite a few because I kept the ones that the good ones that I had read to my kids when they were little. Little cat there. But yeah, you got to have a good story as well as beautiful pictures. And if you just have beautiful pictures, you're in danger of being caught up for art. Postcard. Pet Savers Foundation. That was from the thrift store. I don't know how anybody could give that away. That's so adorable. And this is from that cat poster book. This is from some cat wrapping paper. And it's got tea-dyed paper on the back for journaling. Button, lace. And a dangle on the paper clip. A little flip here. And I could actually glue more things onto this. It seems to hold really well. Whatever you want to glue on that. And it stamps well too. Oh, this, I remember when I took this picture. This is from outside the room that I'm in right now. She's up on the window ledge, which the desk bumps up to. And she saw a rabbit outside. So I'm outside trying to take pictures of the rabbit. And yeah, she's like, what are you doing out there with that rabbit? Our cats are indoor cats because we live on a busy street, and indoor cats live longer anyways. If we were out in the country, I would probably have short-haired cats and let them out and about, but not here. It's just too dangerous. Another adorable graphics fairy image sewn onto tea-dye paper. And here's some more journaling paper there, tea-dyed with a fussy cut wildflower. We have this in our garden. My husband really likes these flowers. It's columbine, and I guess they're wild here. Anyways, I collected some seeds once, and luckily they like the spot where I put it. And this is, I think this is also a fundraiser card. Yep, Nature Conservancy of Canada. That was also from the thrift store. I like to paper clip because sometimes they'll fall out of the pocket if you don't. They're that big. There's a greeting card from the thrift store. Love the colors on this. A sweet picture. A little button here. Made a little booklet out of a little mini card. Another graphic fairy picture. Love the colors in this one. Tuck spot, journaling, magazine picture. Oh, there's the mama cat. There's Deja. She likes to sit in the oddest places, on top of sewing basket. This was on top of Hoosier cupboard. This is on top of my journaling stuff. I journal every morning. It's on top of my secretary desk. And yeah. Another one of my little stickers that I made. And there. Some washi tape, because this is naturally aged paper. It's a bit fragile, so that's to help keep that from tearing. This is from a card that a lovely blogging friend sent me. Yeah, I don't keep all my cards anymore. I do have a couple that I'm keeping. So, you know, a couple from each person, because when people pass away, like my dad, when he did, it was nice to have those things. So I keep a little bit of stuff from everybody. This is from an advertising in a magazine. I thought this was so cool. Tuck spot here, blank on the back for journaling. And inside here, it's a little bit of journaling space here too. Little fabric tab here. I thought went nice with the color there. I just about stuck something in here because I thought, oh no, this doesn't fill this up. And then I put the butterfly there instead. So yeah. And if a person wanted to make this less chunky, it wouldn't take long to just pull out a few things and it would not be so chunky. But I use a writing board when, sorry for bumping that. I use a writing board when I'm working in my journals, writing in them or adding things. And that way, it's not a problem if it's not laying completely flat. And I put a pillow on my lap too. Well, I hope you're staying warm where you are. And remember that if it's windy on a cold day, make sure you have a scarf on, good gloves, because you can get frostbite in a matter of minutes, they were saying. I've been telling everybody that. Yeah, once a mom, always a mom. Take care, and thanks for watching.